Hey y'all, this is Mrs. Wethington. This is take 2 of the What is Anthropology annotation. I forgot to turn on the microphone the first time, so let's get started. Before we read the passage, we're going to read the questions. Starting with question 2, we'll circle back to question 1 since it's on the first page. This passage is A, an overview of what anthropology is, B, a research study, C, a biography of an anthropologist, or D, a personal narrative. And before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm going to go in and open markup because we will need that. Go on and choose your yellow highlighter, please. So right here, let's go in and highlight this passage is, and I just want to bring up the topic right here about a biography of an anthropologist. A biography would be a book written about the anthropologist by another person. Right here where it says a personal narrative, that would actually be an autobiography written by the anthropologist, him or herself. Excuse me, sorry. Not to say that this passage is either of those things, I just wanted to point that out. Number 3, some of the first people to study other cultures were A, scientists, B, missionaries, C, people along the Amazon, or D, ancient Greeks and Romans. So go on and highlight the first people to study other cultures. Number 4, the passage suggests that A, some groups hate their children, B, certain basic values are the same in all societies, C, missionaries wanted to be conquerors, or D, all people need to be told what to do. Please highlight passage suggests that. And in question 4, some of the answer choices have some generalities that usually I wouldn't say are the better answer choices, but we'll talk about that some more after we read the passage. So number 5, the author compares anthropology and sociology. Sorry about that. The author compares anthropology and sociology to show how they are different, show why anthropology is a better area to study, C, confuse the reader, or D, criticize certain scientists. Please highlight author compares anthropology and sociology to. Number 6, the word pondered means A, carefully thought about, B, laughed at, C, explored, D, participated in. So go on and highlight pondered means. And we can click done on this page. And we will slide over here and start the close read and annotation. Go ahead and choose markup. Choose your yellow highlighter because we have to annotate question 1 down at the bottom. So this question is looking for main idea. You are going to look at each of A, B, and C, and you will choose which is the main idea, which statement is too broad to be the main idea, and which statement is too narrow. And you will mark these. So sorry. You will mark these by M, B, and N. Alright, so coming up here to the top, let's go on and highlight our heading, which is What is Anthropology? And we need to decide if this is an informational text or if this is literary. Just by looking at it and considering the topic, we could say that this is informational text, so we'll put that up there. And let's number our paragraphs before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Alrighty. So paragraph 1, ancient Greeks observed people that they conquered. Ancient Romans kept records of people on the edges of their empire. What were they doing? Go in and highlight ancient Greeks observed the people they conquered, and ancient Romans kept records of people on the edges of their empires. Early European heard about exotic people. They thought about human nature. They wondered what makes us human. They pondered civilization. So there is the vocabulary term that we were looking for. Explorers traveled to new worlds. They came back with stories of strange people. Missionaries went to unexplored places. They wrote about the new cultures they saw. Then scientists traveled to these places. They wanted to study people for themselves. They live with the people. They observe their way of life. Some live with people along the Amazon. Some live with islanders. Others live with aborigines. They studied people's physical characteristics. They studied their customs and habits. They got ideas and formed theories. What were these scientists doing? So please highlight, then the scientists traveled to these new places. They wanted to study the people. They live with the people. They observe their ways of life. These scientists were doing anthropology. This is a social science that looks at human beings. It looks at differences between people and the things that humans share. Anthropologists often look at people in groups, so in this way they are like sociologists. But generally they look at people in less developed areas of the world. Please highlight generally. They look at people in less developed areas. They may compare life in several of these areas, or they may compare one group with a more developed culture. They learn that some people have very unusual customs and beliefs. They learn that some things are the same everywhere. Parents love their children, families are important, people select leaders. It is only how these things are done that is different. So you can go and click done there. After you finish answering your questions, you will post your questions to the SchoolNet assignment. All of that is included in Canvas. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please email me. Thank you.